bit about the Gt500. I've been watching all the reviews and everybody that got invited down to drive it, and my main two reviewers are usually Jay Leno. I love Jay Leno's Garage, and Doug DeMiro. I find he gives it a pretty fair kind of assessment, and I honestly found it to be one of the most annoying cars to see reviewed. Everything in the car already exists in multiple points in the industry somewhere. It's just now in Mustang, and they're making it sound like they have broken ground on features, like having a 4-level adjustable exhaust system. Like I come in here, I go to engine management, like, okay, so I have 4, and I can link it to a drive mode, and like they're explaining these features like it's never been done, and it's so amazing, and oh my god, and I don't know, it's pretty, I don't know, I guess it was just super underwhelming. Everybody brought up that the car has 110 more horsepower than a Camaro ZL1, which I thought was a really interesting point, but nobody mentioned it has less torque. So I thought that was also interesting, you know, oh, it's got way more horsepower, but the torque, you know, that's here nor there. And, you know, everybody knows Mustang is a straight line car. I mean, I guess the Gt350 is no longer a track car, it's now a straight line car according to them. And so now it takes corners. It's like, but it's 4,200 and something pounds. Like it's now real burly. It's 500 pounds heavier than my car, and my car is no lightweight whatsoever. It just, I don't know, it was just really interesting because on Jay Leno they had the Ford Expert, and you know, it's got a new digital dash. It's like, yeah, but you can get that on the 4-cylinder. Like, it's not new. It's been out for a couple years, even in your own products. The car is just a combination of a few things in their different cars. And I found it really annoying. It was like, there's nothing new about this car. It's just a higher horsepower version of what you already built, and you're going to go around and boast about it like everything is brand new and it's never been done in the industry. And I don't know, it kind of felt like this would have been really cool back in 2014, 2015, before a lot of the new generation of stuff came out. And I don't know, I guess I personally just found it annoying and I shut it off. I watched all the reviews on the new Red Eye and all that, and it was interesting, and Dodge is trying to do some different stuff, and their marketing and this and that and the other. I guess the Ford boys just toot their horn regardless. It's just how they sell their cars. So, I don't know. I guess I don't know if we've gotten to a point in the car industry where there is so many high performance, and everybody has a car over 7 now, and everybody has a car running 10s, and it's like the new Corvette came out, so they have to brag about everything. The number one gripe I had with the Gt500, aside from all the little idiosyncrasies that they seem to think that they pioneered, was the hood pins. They go up and you push these plastic hood pins, and I'm sitting there going, you're going to spend $100,000 US. It's got an aluminum hood, and you got plastic hood pins. So I got a trunk project going on, and I was going to put these push pins that look like hood pins. It's a round apparatus with a button in the middle, and there's a stub underneath with a ball on it, and it clicks and unclicks and allows you to secure things. And it is made out of metal. I spent $5 on Amazon, and it comes in blue, black, unpainted, you name it, for $5. You spend $100,000 on a Ford Gt500, you get plastic hood pins. I couldn't quite fathom some of the cheapness in the car, and how certain aspects just, I don't know, I guess to me it doesn't look like it's worth the money, and Ford's putting their own, like, it's a Mustang price on it rather than, you know, it's still just a Mustang price on it. And then I'm sure the dealers, from my understanding, the first Gt500 coming to Canada has a $50,000 markup, and the car is listed at 94,000 Canadian before options. There is a bit of an exchange rate difference, not directly dollar to dollar as you would buy it, but I believe it's like a 15% price difference from US cars to American or Canadian cars. So there is a little variation, but 94 grand plus a $50,000 markup. I don't know who in their right mind would pay this, but I would really appreciate if you would not, and maybe just you know, fork the cash over to me. I love this. Everybody sits in the fast lane. Slow lane's totally empty, so I can't get in my turn lane. This is great. This is just awesome. So now this guy here is going to move over a little bit. Like, could make a full lane change. No. Oh, all the pops crackles. I feel like the car industry is going to come to a giant freaking crash, and all these astronomical prices they're asking will never, ever come to fruition. If you're going to spend $94,000 or 95 grand before markup, before taxes, before delivery, before all the other expenses on a Gt500, you can go in and buy a Camaro for 74 grand, ZL1 before all the extra delivery and tax and all that. So like 20,000 bucks. What would you do with an extra 20 grand? I mean, drag radials, upper pulley swap with a tune. You're now over the horsepower of a Gt500. There's so much you can do with the money and be so much further ahead without the dealer markups and without all the shenanigans and hooligans and whatever. It's just, the industry is getting absolutely ridiculous, and they're getting way too big for their britches, and they feel like because they've been out for a while, the Mustang brand and the Camaro brand and the Dodge brand, it's worth just so much money, and it isn't, and they're running out of people to buy these cars, and they're not looking at the value of having them on the street, in people's garages and on the roads and in the shows and on the track, more as just, if you've got the extra beyond, we'll sell you the car. I don't understand. It just seems insane to me. But that's just my 2 cents. Gt500. Ooh, we are sliding. I'm very glad I put my winter tires on already. It is getting really cold, and it is really, really rainy. So that's it for me. Till next time, drive safe, take care, and behave as always. Yes, this is a bag of kindling. I don't know if you can see it or not, but truck duties never end for a hard-working girl, you know?